Hi everyone, this is Erin from Sandpaper Road, and in this video we're going to talk about choosing pattern paper with the Sandpaper Road Formula. It's an easy, foolproof way to get the most out of your supplies and to make really great projects with lots of different patterns of pattern paper. It's a lot easier than you think. You can be a beginning scrapbooker or a beginning card maker or a veteran scrapbooker or card maker, and it's so easy. You've probably heard me talk about it before in other videos, but I don't think I made an entire video just talking about this formula. So I wanted to make sure that I made one so I could reference back to it again and again. It's very simple. You could start with a pattern paper pack, like a stack of some sort that has a bunch of papers in it, or you could just start with things from your stash, and you choose two of the same pattern. Then you choose any two papers that are different from each other and relatively plain. Not a lot going on with the pattern. And then you choose two patterns that are totally, I say, off the chain. Off the chain. They're so busy, crazy pattern. You wouldn't know what to do with them if you tried. I mean, you could think of doing things individually, but as a whole, they're like, crazy busy. Okay? And that's it. That's the formula. It's so easy and simple. But I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. Because first of all, what's it for? Well, if you put these papers together and keep them together instead of keeping them by manufacturer. This is what I always used to do, is I would keep like all my Dare to Be Artsy stuff together and all my Stampin' Up stuff together and whatnot, or all my double-sided papers together. But really, in reality, then when I sat down to make a Christmas page, or a Christmas, let's say, album or Christmas cards or whatever, I felt stuck in a box. Every time I had to do something, I felt like I had to go back through everything. And keeping them separated in this way sort of breaks down all the barriers. For example, Dare to Be Artsy paper, I love it so much. I love it so much. And these double-sided papers, though, are busy all the way around. So if I was going to do the Sandpaper Road Formula like I did, I had to pick two different planes from a different manufacturer. And these are actually Christmas. So that would be one quote-unquote kit that I would use. And then to that, I would add two light pieces of cardstock and two dark pieces of cardstock, and at least 3 pieces of 110-pound weight white cardstock, or something else. It doesn't have to be white, but something else for card bases. I generally, just for me, add 6. And if you're a scrapbooker, you're probably thinking, I don't make cards anyway. But trust me, you're going to want to put these in here, because just in case you want to do some stamping, just in case you want a white frame background or a photo mount or something, it's just nice to have it all there. Then you fold it all up and you keep it in, I don't know, if you have one of these plasticky things, or one of these plasticky things, or however you keep them. And then that's one kit. Now, one kit for me yields about 4 12 by 12 pages, depending on the size of paper I start with, and about 12 cards. And that's the basis for what I call craft outfitting, which you can learn more about craft outfitting at sandpaperroad.com. You just click on craft outfitting and you can just learn all about what it is. And there will be more videos and information to come in the future. But for now, this is just about the formula for choosing your paper, regardless of whether you're using some craft outfitting or not. This is another kit that I made a long time ago. Oh, look, I already have them labeled. So I have, these are single-sided papers, so I labeled them 2 of the same. I'll do it the same way. Then I had 2 different plain 1 and 2. It just means they're different from each other and not a lot going on. And then 2 off the chain. What did I, oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. And then my 2 lights and my 2 darks and all of my white cardstock. And that's that kit for a baby girl. Now what happens is then I use these basically until all the papers are gone of just this little bit. And I make my scrapbook pages and my cards. So I end up with baby girl scrapbook pages and baby girl cards. Same thing with the Christmas paper or the floral paper or whatever. You end up with scrapbook pages and cards of that pattern. What is this here that I did? Let's see. I don't even remember. I don't remember what I put together. Let's see. This is, oh, okay, 2 of the same. Oh, this is a Christmas one that I put together a while back. And then 2 different plain. Okay, different from each other and not a lot going on. And then 2 off the chain. Oh yeah. Now your off the chain may be different from somebody else's off the chain, but that's just up to you. And then 2 lights, 2 darks, and your white cardstock. And that's it. Now think about it. If you go to a lot of crops, or you go traveling, or you like classes, or sometimes you just like a little getaway weekend where you go scrapbooking, maybe you're working on a child's school year's album, same thing. Here's 2 of the same. Here's 2 different plain. This actually I pulled from a Christmas stack, but I wanted some green in there. And then 2 off the chain. This was from a Christmas stack too, but I wanted some red in there too. And then you've got your 2 lights and your 2 darks and your white cardstock. Now, can you imagine taking all that with you to a crop, knowing that you've got everything you need to make 4, at least 4 scrapbook pages and then 12 cards. So you know that you've got, you might not be that excited about making cards that have to do with basketball theme or school year's theme, but think about it. You've got birthday cards, you've got all kinds of different things you can do. Wait, this isn't what I wanted to show you, is it? Is it? Oh yeah, it is. You can even use your jelly plate in this pattern. It's the same exact thing. Look, 2 of the same. And then I pulled out a jelly plate pattern. I made this, yeah, on my jelly plate. 2 difference plain and 2 off the chain. And 2 light and 2 dark. And then my whites. Now again, these don't have to be white. I buy my white cardstock by the ream of 110 pound weight cardstock, and it's pretty inexpensive, and I'll leave a link below where you can get a really good deal. And that's it. Now you can certainly use a stack. You can pull out the same exact thing. I'm sure by now you could tell what are different plain, what would be off the chain, any 2 of the same. That's up to you. You could pull your, oh, there's some scraps. You could pull your 2 lights and 2 darks. Okay, to go, this is just a black and white stack. Or you could pull, if you didn't like that color combination, you could pull 2 lights and 2 darks to go with the black and the white. It's completely up to you. But the point is that then you have things set aside, and every time you sit down to craft, you don't have to think all the time from start to finish of every project. Once you get the basic things done, then you can go back and add embellishments. So that is the basis of the Sandpaper Road Formula. I hope you have enjoyed seeing the variety. You can check out more. I will link to my blog post about the Sandpaper Road Formula where you can learn more about it. And there's nothing to buy. This isn't about that. This is just something that actually I have been using in my crafting just for myself. And I thought, I've got to share this. And this is how I craft for real. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Can you tell what's what? Yeah. 2 of the same, 2 different plane, 2 off the chain, lights, darks. And then the whites are over there. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you give this a try. There will be more videos. Scroll through the channel and don't forget to subscribe, and you can see what kinds of projects I make with my pattern paper choices. Everything you see on the channel has usually come as a result of these paper kit starts. But I just wanted to share this with you. It's the Sandpaper Road Formula for choosing your pattern paper. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can follow Sandpaper Road on Pinterest, Instagram, and on Facebook. And you can go to sandpaperroad.com, and if you're interested in purchasing any projects that I've already made, feel free. You can click the shop button and it'll take you right to my shop. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.